I've been doing a lot of videos about farm workers and the issues they're facing. There is something you can do right now. The Trump administration has just cut the minimum wage for farm workers in the H-2A program by $1 to $3 per hour. This is a huge cut. That minimum wage is there to protect Americans from being undercut by imported labor. This is bad news for all of us. And because this is a change of federal law, there is a comment period. The federal government has to take comments from the public for 2 months after deciding to change this law to see if there might be unintended side effects and let people tell them about them. The reason the Trump administration gave for cutting the minimum wage was because it was too high and it was hurting farmers. But if that's true, then how come farmers kept hiring more and more H-2A workers, even as that minimum wage kept going up to keep up with inflation? If that minimum wage was really too high, farmers would not keep hiring more and more H-2A workers. It's an excuse. It's just rich people who don't want to pay workers, and they want to undercut American labor. So I'm going to put a link in the description to where you can go talk about this. You just go there, you can leave your name, you can leave it anonymous. It doesn't have to be long, it doesn't have to be eloquent. You can just say, hey, I'm an American worker, and I don't think we should be cutting a minimum wage that is there to protect me. It can be that simple. I know farm workers and their problems are in the news a lot right now, and it's easy to feel like we can't do anything. This is out of our hands. But this administration does cave to public pressure. You make enough noise and make it clear that this is not okay. It's not okay to underpay guest workers. It's not fair to them. And it's not fair to the American workers that this minimum wage exists to protect. Now, I know a lot of you are probably thinking, what do you mean they're trying to undercut American farm workers? Those don't exist. Americans won't take those jobs. That's the whole problem. Depending on how you count it, which jobs you think count as farm working and what time of year you look, somewhere between a third and half of all the farm workers in the United States are US citizens. I was one. And as a US citizen, I was not alone. Think back to all the times you have heard somebody telling you, Americans won't take those jobs on farms. And ask yourself who that person was and why they would want you to believe that. It's not true, but it's very helpful to certain people if we all believe it's true. If they can get us all to believe that Americans don't take those jobs anyway, so it doesn't matter if they pay well, it doesn't matter if they pay a living wage, it doesn't matter if they're safe, it doesn't matter if those jobs are worth having, because Americans won't take them anyway. First off, they're counting on you believing that the only people who matter are Americans. And second off, they want you to believe that me and the hundreds of thousands or millions of Americans who still work in agriculture aren't real, that we don't count, that you can undercut us on wages and that will be fine. We are the 14th most common job in the United States. It's a huge part of our economy, and most of us just don't notice it because it's out of sight, out of mind. With over 2 million farm workers in this country, that means there are more farm workers than there are any of these following jobs. Get ready. Secretaries, software developers, factory workers, restaurant cooks, construction workers, elementary school teachers, high school teachers, middle school teachers, security guards, restaurant managers, daycare workers, carpenters, lawyers, electricians, car repair techs, bartenders, police officers, fast food cooks, IT managers, nurses, hairdressers, insurance agents, pharmacists and pharmacy techs, real estate agents, welders, HVAC technicians, people who take care of animals not on farms, school bus drivers, dental assistants, correctional officers and jail wardens, investment analysts, bank tellers, firefighters, mail carriers, sports coaches and scouts, sales reps, engineers, clergy, physical therapists, graphic designers, people who handle insurance claims, bakers, radiology techs, data scientists, IT administrators, HR managers, masons and concrete installers, taxi drivers, dry cleaners, chefs and head cooks, people who do manicures and pedicures, EMTs, court clerks, massage therapists, musicians and singers, bill collectors, roofers, bus drivers, short order cooks, facilities management, lifeguards and ski patrollers, garbage collectors, building inspectors, butchers, librarians, phlebotomists, airplane maintenance techs, social workers, parking attendants, water treatment plant operators, drywall installers, pest control techs. If you have any of these jobs, there are more farm workers in the United States than there are of you. And that's why farm worker jobs are such a big deal. I know it's out of sight, out of mind for a lot of people, but it is a huge part of our economy that goes completely under the radar, and maybe it shouldn't. Thank you for your time. Y'all do good out there.